All right, so we're here at Stardom TV, episode 2. We're in the midst of featuring more black-owned and local businesses. We still want to do our part in the community in that. And today we are at the East End Boxing Club, Henrico. These guys have had their hands on the crust of boxing sports in Richmond, Virginia, and Henrico. They do excellent work, saving a lot of kids and literally taking them off the streets and from all kinds of events. I'm very big on this organization. I love what they're doing for our people. And today we're going to feature them. We're also going to feature 2 prize fighters, go by the name of Jalil and Nick Sullivan, Jalil Hackett. And both are literally magnificent fighters. And yeah.
Ishmael, Bennett, Richmond, Virginia.
About you, bro. Tell me about talking.
Nice. I'm up next for real. You know, everybody might have the skill, but I work the hardest for real. And that should take me up. That should separate me.
You did Golden Gloves, yeah?
Yeah, I won the Golden Gloves twice. I was going to win it again this year, but the Corona shit fucked everything up, so we ain't fighting this year. I'm ready to turn pro next year. We're gonna make that transition.
Appreciate it.
2021.
Chris Cooper, where you represent?
East End Boxing Club.
How long have you been boxing?
Like 2-3 years.
You did Golden Gloves?
Yes, but it just I was a novice.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's next for you right now?
Leaning towards open, but I'm still getting my experience up.
Okay. How can we get in contact with you, man? Support your journey.
You can follow me as Lil Coop, LUH _ Coop at Instagram.
What's up? We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Here at East End Boxing Club, Richmond, Virginia. Jaleel, you just had an extra sparring match with Nick. How you feeling right now?
Feeling good, man.
Feeling good.
That's first good work I'd had since the quarantine. So.
That's exactly what I wanted to touch bases on you and B. We see you on Facebook, first of all. I love the journey, the way everything you got going on. How do you mentally feel right now? The pandemic is happening. Where's the mindset at right now?
I feel good. Seeing that stuff is starting to slowly but surely open up. The numbers are going down as far as positive tests. So I'm feeling real good. I have a real positive vibe about the near coming future.
Okay. B, and obviously you keep it motivated. What's the biggest adjustment? Obviously, because COVID shut down a lot of stuff. You guys were in mid-stride, right? Everything was happening. What was the biggest adjustment and the ways to motivate him differently as a prize boxer?
I think the biggest adjustment is learning how to train outside of the normal confines of a gym on an everyday basis. We had to readjust our backyard and turn it into a gym.
Wow.
You know, and that became our home away from home for training.
Wow.
Being able to stay consistent even if you don't have the sparring. A lot of times use your sparring not just for getting ready to fight, but it helps in getting the weight down because it's the mental sweat and the physical sweat that goes along with it. So those were the biggest adjustments. And then reminding the fighter that you got to stay ready. You know, being 17 years old or being any age, you say, well, I don't got nothing coming up. I can go eat some extra food. And you look up and you packed all these pounds on, and then the promoter say, hey man, you ready to go? I need 3 months. And you had 6 months because of the Corona. So that was the biggest things for us.
And Mr. Curry, you obviously with the money team. We appreciate you.
No problem.
Thank you. You obviously representing Jaleel.
Yeah.
What was, and I know you probably asked this question again, what was it that drew you to him and his situation to get to this very point right now? Obviously the future's bright, but we're here right now and the pandemic being Justin, like I said. How did that connect? What did you see?
I mean, his skill set for his age. I mean, when I first saw him start, I was like, he only 15? So, you know, just his level of intelligence in the ring, his ring generalship. You know? I mean, I've seen a lot of young fighters. I mean, that are world champions, have been world champions, and he has that ring generalship, just mature. But like I tell everybody, you know, after he got finished sparring, when I initially met him, you know, talking to him outside of the ring is what impressed me even more.
Wow.
His mannerism, well-spoken, humble, had goals set and everything. And I mean, unfortunately, you don't see that in enough of our young black fighters. But I mean, he's putting in the work.
Yeah, man.
And, you know, unfortunately with the coronavirus, it set everything back. Initially, we were talking about having him debut in July because of the virus. We're looking now, hopefully, you know, with us having Tank fighting in October. You know,
About sometime after that.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything's still on the table.
Oh, yes.
Everything's
Oh,
still
yeah.
out
No,
there.
no, yeah.
And that's what we wanted to do,
Oh,
make
yeah,
sure that
yeah,
people
yeah.
know
Oh,
that
definitely.
it's going down.
Yeah, definitely.
Stardom
Yeah,
wanted to bring it out. I
yeah.
appreciate you guys. I appreciate everything you're doing for the opportunity you're giving me.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Stardom Magazine, we live here in Boxing Club. We have the chant. I'm declaring the chant, my chant. Nick Sullivan's in the building, man. He's pro. You already know if you don't know, go to Boykin Promotions, got Coach here with me. And 2020, the pandemic hit, readjustment for every boxer. How are you right now? What biggest adjustment you had to make to stay in shape, stay motivated?
Well, the biggest adjustment I had to make was when they shut down all gyms. It killed me, but we stayed working out. We stayed working outside in the parks, working. And another adjustment we're making right now is not being able to fight. Like, as a fighter, not being able to fight, that's what you live and train for, to fight. So the biggest adjustment is just training, staying motivated, keep your mind ready to fight again whenever you get that date. So that's the biggest adjustment right now. Other than that, we don't have too much adjustments to make. We always stay prepared, stay ready.
Coach, talk to me about the motivation factor of keeping Nick mentally in a good space where he's ready. The phone call can ring anytime. It ain't about getting ready, it's about being ready. So what motivation factors have you given him and you guys in your corner to make sure we keep our mind on the big picture?
To be honest, ever since Nick returned professional, he has been focused. His mind has been in a whole nother place, a great place. So getting him focused, it don't take no more than just saying, hey, we in the gym at 6:30 today. And that's honest, that's just the honest truth. I just tell him where we're going, what we're doing, and he come focused, he come ready.
Ready.
Yes, sir.
Anything on the table right now? The pandemic and gyms is opening up slowly. Any fights on the table? Anything right now that we can talk about and discuss to people?
Not really. Golden Boy just had his first card yesterday. So hopefully that's the start of something great right there.
Yeah,
hopefully the next one I could be on. I was trying to get on that one considering I had 2 fights lined up before the pandemic, but you know, things didn't work out like that. But hopefully I get one soon. So first card was July 20th and we just expected something soon. Hope to fight soon.
Real talk.
Yes,
2020, Nick Sullivan, coach. We appreciate you guys.
Thank
Pro.
you.
Thank you for the motivation.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
We here at Eastern Boxing Club, we live. We got Mr. Javon Woodard in the building. I'm gonna say this now. This boy's a beast. He's one of my favorites. You don't know no bullshit. He's one of my favorites because his heart. You dig? I see heart. I see a whole nother. Every time I watch him, I'm like, God damn. I know you're gonna go pro one day. I'm speaking to you existence. You're gonna go pro. And I'm excited to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. The pandemic happened, right?
Yeah.
How have you guys been staying motivated and adjusted to the COVID pandemic? And you're a fighter, man. You got to fight, right? So you can't. So how's that feel?
In the beginning, it was real frustrating because like we were supposed to fight, and then as soon as we was about to fight, the whole COVID stuff came apart, and it just took a toll on everything. And I already was ready to get back in the ring because I ain't fought since September. So it was frustrating at first, but then I was like, man, I gotta work because I already know during this time a lot of people be slacking, taking time off as an excuse. So I was like, I ain't want to be one of the ones when I come back making excuses. Because when fights do get started, they're gonna be back to back to back, and you don't have much time to get ready. So I'm already be sharp.
Coach, what's been the biggest motivation, and you've been giving him to make sure he's mentally in the game? You know what I'm saying? What tools have you been telling him and reminding him, yo, Vaughn, you got to do this, so people understand the regimen?
Just telling him to stay focused. You know what I mean? I've been telling him that since he was 10 years old. Stay focused. It ain't no such thing as an off season. We're gonna work every day. Gotta get better. Somebody working while you're sleeping.
Ooh, you said it. You said it. Javon, how can we keep in contact with you on social? Matter of fact, I can Google you. That's how I told you. My motherfucker.
Javon with a joint on everything.
I fucks with that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Boxing Club in Richmond. Of course, if you don't know, I am extremely excited and honored to have this woman here on the screen, Mrs. Corinne Flo. She is going to give us an update of what's going on in her world and community in Richmond. And we just want to make sure we highlight her.
Real short and sweet.
Yes.
We got a lot going on. First of all, coronavirus is still out here. It's not going to flatten because it's heated outside or the heat index. So we need you to mask up when you're going out and maintain your 6 feet social distancing if we want to look like we want to get some normalcy. So at this point, we won't do it. So if you don't have masks, if you don't have hand sanitizer, get at me on Instagram at community_Clo. I'll come to you to deliver masks and deliver hand sanitizer as well. Now, most area schools in the Richmond and Greater Richmond area, they're going to be virtual in the fall. So what we decided to do is get a bunch of educators together, and we're going to do the barbershop talk to reduce learning loss. So all of the learning that our kids need to learn outside of the SOLs, when we're talking about the system, is teaching our kids. Well, we're going to teach them some real life skills when it comes to education. What does trauma look like? What does real family look like? What does taking the L look like? And so much more. So we got to build up our families. And if we have our kids thinking about college, because it's not even something that they could possibly think about based on being in under-resourced communities. So that's something that's coming up the second week in August. So again, follow me on Instagram and we'll have all of the information for you. But right now I'm at East End Boxing. And the question I'm going to leave you with, will you participate and engage professional boxing in Richmond?
Alright guys, you came, you saw, you conquered, you see what it is, you see the amazing boxers that's on the horizon. We in phase 3, Richmond, Virginia. So the economy is opening back up. The pandemic is here. But as you can see, while people are sleeping, boxers and fighters and other people are working. Appreciate you guys for watching. Stay tuned to episode number 3.